spectacular drives in the country. Has pretty much uninterrupted views of the lakefront as you go along there. And this bridge, when they opened it in the 30s, it was actually dedicated by Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He actually came through. And in terms of a historical standpoint, it was the first time he mentioned World War II. Before that, they hadn't said anything about it publicly. And so we have a little bit of history with this bridge. And it's one of our many movable bridges. We have more movable bridges in Chicago than any city in the world. We have about 37 nowadays. All are still functioning. But I want to point out one of our first iconic buildings. It's off the left front of our boat right now. You can see this white column-shaped building rising up there. It has these long black lines running up it, and that is known as the Aon Center. And the Aon Center is the third tallest building in Chicago. And when it opened in the early 70s, designed by the architect Edward Durell Stone, it was clad in this white Carrara marble. It's a very expensive marble from Italy. And this marble, unfortunately, did not like the Chicago weather, like many out-of-towners here. In fact, after about 15 years, the marble on that building was in danger of chipping and falling. Which, if you're a pedestrian, falling marble sounds terrifying. So, they had to reclad the entire building, take all the marble off, and replace it with a Mount Airy granite from North Carolina. In fact, that Carrara quarry, where they got that marble from, that is the same quarry that Michelangelo used for many of his famous sculptures. In fact, they depleted that quarry when they built the Aon Center. So there are some people who believe that the ghost of Michelangelo cursed the building, and that's what caused that marble to start chipping. Now here off the left side, you kind of have a square rectangular building, square rectangular building, square rectangular building, and then right in the middle, you have a triangular shaped one. You'll definitely notice the triangular shape to it once we pass it. And that is the Swiss Hotel, designed by Harry Weiss. And if there's one thing you'll learn about Harry Weiss on this tour, it's that he loves him some triangles. Another one of his favorites, high-rise buildings here in Chicago, is a prison that is shaped like a triangle. It's very tall. It looks like a giant wedge of cheese. So if you happen to see a big giant wedge of cheese because it's painted yellow, it's probably a jail you're looking at here in downtown Chicago. And right behind that Swiss Hotel, you'll see the curved balconies of Aqua. And Aqua is one of our new favorite buildings here in Chicago, opened in 2009. And it was designed by Jeannie Gang. It's actually the third tallest building in the world designed by a female architect. Jeannie Gang, very popular architect nowadays, and actually won an Architecture of the Year award when it opened in 2009. So you'll notice that those balconies kind of curve around the edge of the building. They also curve in and out from each other. Well, that gives spectacular views if you live in that building or if you happen to, well, just be visiting the hotel there.